Las Vegas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
To the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
On play action, here's Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
17.
From 17 yards out. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry for Kenyon Drake. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. Rodgers now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Running for the shotgun with Drake. Now Drake loses the football. It's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 84 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, they pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Fade forward for a couple down inside the 40.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Looking downfield for Kelsey. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return.
And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there will be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Rodgers. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 31-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And the Raiders have got him. B.J. Goodson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Rodgers
5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
And again, it's Rodgers. Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around 41. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Tua going to keep on the action. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. Here's Tua. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City.
What did he do?
A big play there with his 2nd touchdown.
Dre said he'll be on in a minute. He'll join the party and left.
He's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
Oh, yep.
Leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here to the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it's Chiefs football.
1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. Forced out to his left. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Another try for Barkley. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
The score, Chiefs 28, Raiders nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Refusing to go down. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chiefs 35, Raiders nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He'll run him. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now left side on his swing pass. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Play action. Rodgers. That's caught by Waller out left side. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 17, Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. From 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the 44-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
41-yard line.
Now Tua. Looking middle, and that's complete. Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And this offense continues to pour it on.
The kick is good.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Now it's Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of...
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Chiefs 49, Raiders 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Aaron Rodgers.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync, thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
That will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage. A little something extra in his repertoire.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
39-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again. There he goes, right side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
Saquon Barkley, 39 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Chiefs 56, Raiders 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now of all the work he's getting.
Raiders 7.
Rodgers now on first down. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Drake. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll try and pound it in the drain. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
No gain on
Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them they hit.
That he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability.
good.
Rosas good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made at about the 38. The pickup there, 5 yards.
First down, Chiefs.
Territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the option, here's Tua. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
He was brought down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
on play action. Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Rodgers now on first down. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Raiders 14.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'm a slow pacing. They did not want me to go places. Go places.
Said if we put it up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. Some days y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. It's that big of the guy.
Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining, white diamonds. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body.
Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me, I got knowledge on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex.
Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket.
Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stop.